Okay, welcome back. So I didn't have a flare stack on this, so it just filled up on carbon dioxide, and that was the reason why nothing was working. So that makes some sense. Hopefully this will allow us to continue to produce. Go ahead and just come back. Get rid of one of those belts because we don't need it. We have a lot of stuff. We might want to just put a silo over here. Just so this has something to store in here, you know? Alright, I think we are starting to produce clay bricks again, which is good to see. So, next thing. Now, what? I think this is just mud, right? Like, that's what we're doing over here? I think so. Now, the next thing to figure out is why our carbon is so... Right. Completely forgot to do that. Oh. Okay. What? Where is that? Offshore pump? Okay. Basic circuit boards. That is the primary problem. Now, basic circuit boards require some copper cable and some wood boards. Could we just produce some of that? Like, just pick up a couple hundred, you know? Probably. I think we have the resources. Let's just make 5. And make one of those, and we can go ahead and dump the rest back into inventory, or into one of these things. Okay, we got an offshore pump. We should be capable of restarting this. Now, these are liquefiers. I don't think we have the better liquefier buildings just yet. Have any purified water? Really? Purified water. Because, yep, again, our saline water, for whatever reason, is maxed out. Not really sure what we could use to kind of get rid of that, though. We do need these, what is it called? It's sodium hydroxide, right? We need these for this science. Yes. Okay. That's actually good to know. Let's grab that one. Do that. Let's just split off left sulfur. Sulfur. Grab you. And just do that. And just run you up this way, and that will work, I think. So that'll take care of that. We should probably make sure that line isn't going anywhere in particular that we don't want. I mean, it's kind of a road to nowhere type situation, but I guess that'll be fine for right now. Now, we could expand this. These, what are these exactly? That's actually not really what I want. Because that's a lot of sodium hydroxide in my inventory that I don't really want. So instead, we should probably do that. And then just use a transport belt. Jesus, so much sodium hydroxide. Okay, so that'll take care of that, which will take care of the... It's not purified water, it's saline water. Hopefully. Now, this electrolyzer, I don't think we have any on hand. I think we had to hand make those, if I remember correctly. Which obviously is not ideal. I'd prefer to just have everything made. Automated. Have everything automated. But unfortunately, I don't think that's really... Well, I mean, it's possible. Like, again, I don't think that we're actually producing them anywhere. Just at a quick sort of glimpse over here, which is primarily where we're doing all of this stuff. And I don't think we were producing it up here at all. You jerks. So we do have some lasers that are doing their jobs, which is nice to see. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you're helping me remove rocks but I'm not really sure why the AI is being kind of dumb. Like, they should be trying to actually get to our stuff, not destroying random terrain. But I guess whatever. Doesn't really matter. So now we still need to engine units and electronic circuit boards. We're definitely going to need to kind of think about what we want to do for electronic circuit boards. Engine units, we are producing some, but it's definitely not a lot. And the sodium hydroxide is going to back up at some point. Okay, that one is gone. Cool. Because of all the crushed stone, it appears so. Let's go and dump some of this. Otherwise, we can go ahead and dump the rest of this down here somewhere. So much crushed stone. Okay, so that will keep this thing moving. Or full on glass. Okay. Really using the stone for much. I mean, I guess we hypothetically don't need to have this anymore. Okay, what do we want to do next? Engine units require steel plates, iron gear wheels, and iron pipes. We could go ahead. Just curious, is there any particular reason why we still have... Okay. Could go ahead and just produce some over here. We do have some amount of iron gears being made. Engine units, steel pipes. Oops. Let's see. Let's do that. Do that. Nope. My bad. Sorry, I'm trying to think like 4 steps ahead, which I really shouldn't be trying to do. We need to do something like that. We need to split. Right. We got some more guys thinking they can bully us over here. Let's do that. Make iron gears and iron pipes. Iron pipes. Where are those at again? Here. Iron pipes. Oops. Offset that. Okay. So we now need some engine production. So we need, where are the engines? Here. Those. Sorry I'm being kind of quiet about this. I'm very much like focused. We need a large swing. And let's, these things are being very rude and distracting me from what I'm trying to do. So we need to make sure that we offset, probably on those two. Okay, so we got engine units, we got sulfur, we got sodium hydroxide. All we need is electronic circuit boards. Now, that is probably going to be the hardest part, if I had to guess. Okay, this thing is done. It's probably been flashing at me for a while, but I haven't really noticed because I've been so in the zone. Advanced Invar smelting. Okay, sure. So what do we need in order to get... It's electronic circuit boards, right? Which means I can already tell this is going to be a lot to do. So we need electronic circuit board, which requires copper, tin, phenolic board, and ferric chloride solution to get the circuit board. Then we're going to need to add solder, the circuit board, basic electronic components, and transistors, which transistors require silicon wafer, silver wire, and plastic bars. Okay, so we have access to a lot of the components for all of those. The problem is we don't really have all of them. So I think the easiest one is probably going to be this phenolic board, which we have wood. We just need resin, which requires liquid resin, which requires urea gas and formaldehyde gas. Okay. Urea gas, which requires carbon dioxide. Okay, we got some of that. And ammonia gas. Ammonia gas. There's so much stuff. Ammonia gas. Red. Why is there so much stuff? Red metal catalyst, hydrogen gas. This is definitely feeling very daunting. I'm sure it's supposed to feel that way, but it seems like there's so much stuff just to produce one thing, you know? So we need to figure out what has silver ore and how do we get it. So stereotype does have silver ore. Now what do we need in order to actually make silver ore? So if we look for, that's zinc, silver. Ore. So we're going to need stereotype chunks and bobonium chunks in catalyst somethings. Or we have to go through the mineralized sludge stuff. Sniper turrets. Wow, we go through so many of these texts so quickly. Okay. This whole next sort of section is going to be a lot. I can already tell. It's already feeling very daunting just looking at all the different things that we will have to do. So I know we're going to need these filter frames and these coal filters at some point. We could go ahead and just kind of get those ready and set up. Trying to click on this. Chemical plants. Yeah, we're going to need some chemical plants, so it's a good thing we have some of those. I really like that we have saturation on our iron plates. I'm very happy to see that. Ooh, we are, in fact, missing one right there. Kind of hard to tell when you're missing something like that. Okay, well, we're still not quite done with the episode yet. Getting close, but I probably need to try and get something set up. Resin, oh man, resin by itself is just going to be a lot to do. Wait, how did it said? Phenolic board. It requires resin and wood. Is there other recipes for resin? Oh. So we could just make 1 resin per 10 wood. Or we could make 4 resin for 40 liquid resin. Which is probably the better ratio. But we don't... That requires so much more work. I think I'm going to have to go with the resin from just plain wood. I think that's going to have to be it. So what do we need to actually create that? So that's going to be in a bioprocessor. Okay, what do we need for a bioprocessor? It's an algae farm. That's not what we want. Bioprocessor. Stone. Okay, these are all reasonable. I think we have most of these down in our little mall down here. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at getting that set up. again, unfortunately, they don't have anything that's using a lot of copper, which really seems like the biggest problem that we've had to face so far, is just an excess of copper that I can't really do anything with. Okay, so oops, thought I was searching. Is this a bioprocessor? No, of course not. So stone brick, steel plates, steel gear wheels, and basic electronic boards. We're actually producing most of that right over here. I say we just do it right here. Have a chest. It doesn't appear so. Let's just make an iron chest, because I don't think we need... Bioprocessor. Okay, so it seems like the only thing in particular that we don't have over here that we need is the stone bricks, which we do have over here, actually. The main problem is figuring out how to get them over. And I think ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this and route it around the front rather than trying to snake it through. Let's go ahead, split. Now, this is not a very high priority. Generally with things that we need to produce a lot of, I like to use the faster belts. But things that we don't need those faster belts for, I just like to use the yellows. They're less wasteful, I guess, is the primary benefit. Let's go ahead. Do that. And just fill in on the side like that. Okay, so that should handle it. We should only really need like maybe one of these, one stack. So this should do everything we need. I probably could upgrade this one yellow up to a red, since it has far more stuff it has to pick up compared to the other one. Okay, so bioprocessor, we can now produce resin. So I think this is probably a good place to put in a cut. And then in the next episode, we'll start doing this bioprocessing stuff. And start producing some resin so we can make our phenolic boards, I think is what they're called. The other thing that we could probably start is making our wood production a little better. Either by improving the actual buildings themselves or adding more. I think are both good options. It does feel like we should have more. I think we're probably going to. I don't know what we actually need for these, but I guess I will figure it out. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.